It's your girl Dion, and we're coming to you with another episode of Pretty Goons TV. Hit me up on Facebook, Dion Lala Mills. Don't forget my IG, Lala Crazy _2, and please don't forget that too. To my left, I have the beautiful Renee, and to my right, I have the lovely Tiffany. Renee, please introduce yourself.
I'm Renee. You can find me on Facebook, which is Rebecca Renee Riri Thompson.
Wait, hold up. Take out those phones. Go ahead and download the app at www.thecoliseum.com, or you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Pretty Goons. Tiffany, take it away.
Hey, I'm Tiffany. You can find me on Facebook under Tiffany Mitchell, or you can hit me up on Instagram under Zion's Mommy. That's ZIONSMOMMY.
Thank you, and we're about to start the show.
What's up, everyone? We're back. I'm Rebecca. To my left is Tiffany, and on my right is the new co-host. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, you guys. My name is Just Blaze. You can look for me on Instagram at JUS_BLAISE and on Facebook at Just Blaze McCrae. And you can also check us out all the time on thecoliseum.com. Don't be afraid to subscribe. It's the best thing you'll ever do.
Thanks, Just Blaze. We're going to be talking tonight about would you stay with your partner if they were caught cheating?
From my own personal experience, because I actually dealt with this. So I was in a relationship 10.5 years, and I found out that my spouse cheated on me a week after we got married. So we actually were very heavily in the church. So we actually abstained from sex with each other, So I'm thinking that we're both abstaining from sex. It ain't go that way. So I was, abstaining, but he was still stepping out. So we were in a relationship, just not in that type of relationship at that time. Wow. So he was stepping out on me, but he didn't tell me before we got married. He waited till a week after. So I found myself stuck in a position like you're a newlywed, and when you should be on a honeymoon, you're sitting in a clinic getting tested for everything because you just don't know. Like you and your new husband, this is where you're at when you should be on your honeymoon. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a scary moment for me. And then I got faced with, the question, like, do you stay or do you leave? Like, and then I got stuck with the question, like, okay, he said he loves you. You know what I'm saying? You say that you love this man. He actually trusted you enough to open up to you to come and tell you these things, knowing that you may want to leave. But, he loved you so much that he could have held this and never told you, but he decided to come to you and be honest. So it's like, do you walk away from something that, you decided to build and you built on this foundation now before God, this covenant, or do you walk away because of something that he did before you actually made this covenant? Because it wasn't in the marriage, it was beforehand. So that's what I was left with, and that's something I had to deal with. And I'm going to tell you, between me and God, it took some time. But I respected him, and I loved him for the fact that he was open to me. And I actually truly forgave him. Like, to this day, I don't hold anything about that. Like, I truly forgave him, and we went on with our marriage.
And that's very strong to deal with, because how do you deal with someone being actually honest to you about that situation and walking away? Because they gave you that choice.
Yeah.
Because at the point that they gave you that choice and said, hey, I'm telling you what I did and I'm fessing up to this. Do you walk away from me? And, you know, I trusted enough in you to be, you know, to be honest.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a very hard situation. I've dealt with that situation myself, and I love the person enough to actually help them go for the person that they wanted to be with, because it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And if you love that person, you love them enough to let them go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
You see what I'm saying?
True.
And I actually helped you get your girl. You know what I mean? So, but
I've
that's
been
how
there.
much I loved you, and
Yeah.
to let you go. So it's a very hard situation. I've stayed in situations like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times in the situations when I stayed, it just continued to be a reoccurring situation.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? So
Like,
it's
are they truly sorry, or are they just saying they sorry?
or are you
Yes.
sorry enough to keep them?
Exactly.
Because you're holding on to something that's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
So,
Are you
yes.
feeling like it's going to end or it's not going to happen again because they give you this hope? But in reality, I dealt with it myself. And kind of pretty much like yours, we didn't have any relation before we got married.
Yeah.
We did before we decided to get married, but once we decided to get married and we both were in the church, we stopped having relations.
Yeah.
So when I got married, and then I found out because the baby came along.
Ooh.
Oh,
See,
wow.
I don't know if I could. I don't
So-
know if I could have just stayed in that
But-
one.
now see, that's a lot.
But at
now.
the same
a
time,
lot.
I couldn't walk
I
away
know,
because
because
this
of
was
that
a vow
covenant.
between
I know
God.
exact- that
Yes,
covenant,
This wasn't
yeah.
just a vow with him.
There's
It was
between
with
the
God.
covenant and a whole nother baby now.
yeah.
That's a whole nother difference now.
I feel you. It took me some time to get adapted
That's a whole
to.
nother ball of
I
different
get
color
you.
now. We playing basketball and football. It's two different things now. We talking
I
about
get you.
babies.
And I dealt with it. I handled it. I got to know the baby's mother.
Okay.
The baby started being a part of the family. And we stayed in the marriage for 2 years. And then, bam, here comes another one. So it's time
See?
to go.
Oh,
this is not
so
going
he
to work.
wasn't right.
So
You
that's
know,
the
I
repeat.
gave
was-
you
that's
one.
when he
the
wasn't
repeat
right.
Yeah.
That's
See,
the repeat
I'm not
offender.
gonna lie. I got lucky. Mine didn't like he truly gave his life to God. After he said I do, he took his marriage seriously, and honestly, we had no issues of infidelity, no trust issues. Everything was open. So, I mean, honestly, I thank God. That's nothing but God.
Yes, that was definitely God because mine was in the church. He had become a minister. He was
Oh, wow.
doing great. Had finally got his own church, and bam.
Wow.
Now,
We go
was
with
that
enough-
And you
situation
hear a
more
lot
of
about
one of
that.
those things where I told you because you were gonna find out,
Yeah.
or was it I told you because I wanted to come and be honest with you?
And that's what I looked at it as. You knew she was coming to tell me, so that's why you came clean. She literally told me herself, I was coming to tell you
Wow.
because he didn't know.
That's the repeat offender.
Yeah.
And I knew y'all would do that.
That's the repeat
So
offender.
I didn't want to really just tell you, but I couldn't do it on my own, so I did tell him, and he knew I was going to tell you.
Wow.
But he also knew that I was raising his other 2 children, so he basically told me, he said, well, the type of person you were for God and for people, I knew you wasn't going nowhere.
So he
Oh.
manipulated
Oh.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
It was manipulation.
So that second
So
time,
I knew your heart, and I knew your heart was gonna stay be still
Yes.
with me.
So that second time, I was like, okay, I do love God, and I'm going to have to ask for forgiveness, but I got to go.
See, but there's a difference in
He
loving
gave you
God
wisdom.
and the God giving you the strength to love yourself more
And
than
I-
loving someone
Yes.
else. Because that's
Yeah.
that person you love
Because
is
he was
still
taking
flesh.
advantage of me,
Yeah,
and that's what it was, and I was like, no.
and that was not of
Not
God.
with the God I serve. You can't do that.
I mean, because
That's
we're
real.
stepping out before the marriage. That's totally different from doing it when you in the marriage
Yes.
before God. Because now you commit adultery. Like that's beyond. Now you're breaking that covenant
That
bond
was the
between
whole
God,
key.
and you got the right to step away if something like that happens during your marriage.
That was the
Correct,
whole key.
correct.
You did this first time before we got married. I said I do.
Mm-hmm.
I had to accept that.
Yeah.
A mistake. But that second time, no, sir.
You knew
gotta
exactly
go.
what you was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
We
And I
got
was
to
so
go.
adamant. I walked out of that house with nothing but my purse.
Wow.
Goodbye. You can have everything. I'll see you in court.
Wow.
R. Kelly said it best: "When a woman's fed up,
Yeah, I mean.
there ain't nothing,
nothing
you
you
can
can do about it.
Hello.
So I understand. what it means to be with a cheater.
I
But
get it.
when it's spiritual based, I just know that God has to come first.
That's right.
And everybody makes a mistake, but that second time, that's not a mistake.
That's right.
That is truly a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But do most women stay out of love or out of obligation?
I wouldn't. It was an obligation for him.
Because a lot of people,
was obligation to
most
my
women
vow.
feel like, well, we have so much going on. We have kids. Let's stay. Let's deal. And
That's
it's
fear.
not really the best reason.
That's
is
fear.
That's
They be
definitely
afraid to walk away. And a lot of times because the man make them feel like they're not going to have anything or they're not going to be nothing once
They're
do
not
walk
with him.
away. Because it's that manipulation mindset of it. That's exactly what some men do. And
Yes.
just like, for instance, I mean, it's real big right now. Everybody's talking about the whole R. Kelly situation and why these women stay and all that. It's manipulation. They really were brainwashed to the point where they thought, like, if I walk away, I'm not going to have this.
Anything.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
I'm going to miss out on this. Like, oh, he's eventually going to change. Because that's what we do as women. We think, like, oh, I don't want to walk away and then he change and he better for the next woman.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we help build them up.
Exactly. Out of fear.
That was my
Out of
work
fear.
right there. So that was my work. I don't want
Exactly.
nobody to reap
Exactly.
the
Like,
benefits
I done put in
of
too
my
much.
work. I put in too many years,
Exactly.
too many blood,
Exactly.
sweat, and tears.
Mhm.
That's my work.
Exactly.
She ain't gonna
Yeah.
get that.
Exactly.
Mm-mm. Now he got that promotion too.
That part.
No.
Until you get wise. Once you get wise and realize it's just a material thing.
Yeah.
If you strong and you walk away and you go ahead and build it up again for yourself with God, you're
Amen.
okay. You're better
Yep.
than you were with him anyway.
But
So-
it takes a certain level of strength in
Yeah,
a
it
woman
does.
to
Yeah.
realize
Yeah.
that. And that's where that, like you said, that brainwashing mentality, that you get it so long and for so many years and we get programmed and we believe in it so strongly that that's all we know. After a while, that's all
right.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's keep riding this out. Oh, it's going to get better. He's
Yep.
going to do right this time.
Yep.
I know he done had Kiki, LaQuisha, and Kimmy on me, but he ain't going to cheat on me after the third kid because we going to be all right.
It's the same way in abusive relationships. It's the same
Yeah.
mindset, same
Yeah.
thing. Because I mean, a person cheating on your relationship is the same thing as abuse.
It is
like
abuse.
that's emotional, mental abuse that
That's
somebody's
right.
doing
Correct.
to you.
Yeah.
And the
Yes.
way I looked at it, I was so upset when he stepped out on me because I'm like, my mom contracted HIV when I was younger from, having, outside relationship, affairs. And then with that being said, I always said to him ever since day one, since we were younger, like, that's very big to me. If you ever decide that you want to go step out, let me know. Like,
real
my
with
life
me.
is important to me.
Very.
You know what I mean? Like, you putting somebody else's life on the line when you step out. Because now you coming back to me, laying down with me. If we're married, it's unprotected.
Correct.
So you're saying that you don't even love me, you don't care about my life. It's more than just you, sharing that with somebody else.
It's my
That's
You're
right.
putting my
livelihood.
life in jeopardy.
That's right. That's the way I look at it too.
It's my livelihood
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yep. You don't love me.
Give me a choice.
I
And
felt
you're
like I didn't have a
nasty, Mike.
choice.
Give me a
Nasty,
choice.
Mike.
Exactly.
I will
No,
respect
don't
you
touch
more
me.
to give me that choice to
Exactly.
walk
You
away
took
and
my
let you
choice
do
from
what
me.
you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of partners like fail to realize that us as women, we are as understanding as some people. They don't give us the credit to be.
Yeah.
But if we don't have that choice and you take that choice from us, the understanding goes out the window.
That's
That
right.
part.
That's
'Cause
right.
now I'm like, escape. What I needed from you was understanding, but
That-
you ain't
yes,
decided to get that
that
to me. So
part.
now I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna
That
be like
part.
Jasmine Sullivan and bust the windows out your car.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
hey.
the truth.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
Hey, well,
yeah,
you know,
give me
I
a
have
choice.
been known to.
Let me
I'm
make
sorry.
a decision.
That was in my young life. I'm saved now. I'm saved now. Won't he do
My
it?
homegirls were like you.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do
I
it?
wasn't paying for no windows, so I wasn't busting out
Oh,
none.
don't worry.
I
They
know.
know I did it. Yeah, but it's a different world now. So that's a bigger thing, like you said. Just worrying about your livelihood, in the midst of it all. That's the biggest thing nowadays because the world is so different.
It is.
Very, very.
Like, I had one, because, I work for a school. Like, I had a graduate call me today. Her sister called her and told her that she contracted HIV. She's 33 years old.
Has a whole lot.
And it's because of the guy she was with stepping out. Like, it's serious out here. So cheating is not like a small thing anymore. Like, it's
It should
much
not.
more than just emotional breakdown and abuse. Like, this is
Correct.
somebody's life.
That's the biggest form of abuse.
Yeah,
And
it
most
is.
men don't realize that.
Mhm.
You are the most obnoxious man in the world if you cheat. Because you're taking somebody's livelihood, you're taking their lifespan, you're subjecting them to all kinds of
Yeah.
unnecessary things that I mean, you could have just easily said, I don't want you to.
Yeah.
But
Or
it
I wanna
goes
be
more than
single.
just men. You have to think
Well,
about
yeah,
there's the
the
women
women-
that do it on the flip side. You
And
know,
I'ma be
You're right.
honest.
there's the women that do it who out here looking like Beyonce's and everything else, and they're going and figuring out, hey, I went down, so I'm finna take this many people down with me.
Yeah.
You see
but
what I'm
you know, a lot
saying?
of
You got
men-
you got some
Yes.
women who live alternative lifestyles and feel like they
Yeah.
gonna be everything. They gonna touch everything that move because that's what they want to
But
do.
see, you know what?
You know
With
what I mean? So
women-
you have to think about it. Now, I'm not gonna just say only a man gonna do it.
Yeah, you
We
right.
got some trifling females
right.
out
Oh,
here.
yes, you right.
Women-
You're so
I'm
right.
gonna be
You
real
are
about
very
it.
real.
Check it
You're
out
right.
now.
Yes.
Y'all can be mad
Women-
at me, just plays.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
Nah,
but I'm gonna put
not
it
gonna
what
be
it is.
mad.
You right.
But
Tell
women
like
are a
an
lot more
ISL.
sneakier.
Yay.
Women are a lot
Yes.
more sneakier
But that's
than
the
men,
problem.
which is why it's
but
not
see, that's the
spoken
problem.
about
See,
as
men
much.
is a little. They not as sneaky as
It's-
us.
it-
So they
'cause
gonna
you
get
don't
caught
find
quicker.
out all the time.
See, they
'Cause
gonna
a
get
woman
caught
know.
quicker. See, and that's the difference between a man and a woman. We calculated.
That-
Yes.
And because we
Yes.
calculated, we gonna go longer and we gonna go stronger.
Yes.
And
It's
that's what
true.
makes us more venomous.
True.
That's
You feel
right.
what I'm saying?
That's
That's what makes us so
it.
much more poison.
And see,
it.
with a man, it's worse for women because with a man, he'll step out physically before he steps out emotionally.
That's
But we
right.
going emotionally,
she
mentally,
emotionally
we gone.
Hello.
Yes.
And then the
Tell
physical
me,
come
tell me I'm
afterwards.
beautiful.
So it's just
Tell
done.
me I'm pretty every day.
That
oh,
part.
he wasn't doing that.
That part. I'm gonna be
You know,
honest.
She's not only just cheating on her husband or her mate, she's cheating on the one that she's cheating on too.
That's
And most men don't even get that. And
What?
I'm like,
Girl,
really?
got a
That
stable.
part.
Y'all thought
That
men
part.
had stables. They got a whole
That
stable.
part.
How you doing?
that part.
Yes.
He do this. Him do that.
That part.
She do this.
That part.
And she
Yeah.
do that.
And then
Don't
be
be
in the
no
grocery
fool.
store and
Yeah,
see
for
they
real.
side piece say hi to him and husband walking with the baby in the
Because
car.
you know who he is. And
Yes.
if I dare you to disrespect
They probably
him,
friends
you
and
know
all.
who he is. He
That's
come
right.
first.
That part. That's the thing.
Yeah.
A woman not gonna lie to another man about her situation when she's stepping out, but a man will straight say he ain't got no woman at home.
That's right. A woman is gonna tell you the truth. She's gonna tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
But
Yeah,
see,
but
that's why
she's gonna
that's
play
why
you
us
at the
women
same
clown
time.
on men so much quicker because we just tell us the truth.
That part.
Yeah.
You know, because we might be that trifling women that's
That
all right
was
with
just
it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, there's some of them out there.
That's it, yeah.
You know,
It
that's
is,
like,
true.
I'm that trifling chick. I'm cool with it. Just as long as
True.
you pay this Tico bill, we straight.
True.
That's
You know what I'm
True.
saying?
Yes.
It's some
There's
out
so
there.
many
There
women
is.
like
You
that.
know what I
I'm like,
mean?
It is.
But see, a woman, we gonna be straight up. Listen, you see me with him, don't you even.
Ooh,
Come on,
ooh,
Will.
in your situation,
Don't you-
remember how you said he came back with the babies? I'm gonna tell you how it's different for a woman. She get pregnant and say it's her husband.
That's right.
Because she just that trifling.
You be
Or
raising
either she
somebody
get-
else's
well,
baby
you
and
signed the
don't
whole
even
birth
know it.
certificate. You're stuck with that child now. It's
And-
yours.
and
Regardless of
You
what
signed the birth
DNA test come
certificate.
back, 'cause you
Dana
signed
come
them
back a
papers.
year later and it
Right.
ain't yours, but guess what? You
You still
signed
respo-
them papers.
That's it.
Thank you.
Hello.
I have a son. I used to tell him all the time, women are the most trifling things in the world.
They are.
And I'm a woman. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Don't trust the woman.
Mm-mm.
He kept trusting the wrong women.
I know we
like,
got
okay,
some
here
venom
you
in
go.
our blood, honey. You ain't got to tell me nothing.
And when you find one that's gonna be truthful, she's got to have a real, real close relationship with God.
I'm gonna be honest. Who made it all go down? Eve.
Thank you,
I'm just saying.
because I want to know what that.
I'm
that
just
was.
being sneaky. What was you doing over there anyway? Why wasn't you over there with Adam in the first place?
That's it.
What you over there talking and
That's
over there
it.
talking to Satan for?
She went and cut.
That's what
You over there
I'm
having a
talking about.
conversation with
Yes.
Lucifer. What you over there doing?
She did.
For real.
She did.
I think about that all
You
the
supposed to
time.
be at, your tail was supposed to be right next to Adam.
What you was doing over there talking?
And Adam was
part.
weak.
Having extra conversation.
Adam
all
was-
about
Girl,
this.
I'm serious.
All
Like, what
about
was you
this apple.
doing?
All about.
Yeah.
What you taking that man fruit for? I'm just saying.
Yeah, for real.
I'm just
I
saying.
feel you on
Adam
that.
wouldn't have been cool
I
with
feel
that.
you.
He wouldn't have been cool
Cool
with
with
that.
that if he-
What you taking
no.
that man fruit for?
You all over there with that extra conversation. Who talk? You know better.
For
You
real.
know better. We don't
For
even.
real.
We
Like,
don't
what
even
you
talk to
doing?
things that slither in the grass. We don't even do that.
That part.
You was doing too
But
much.
he
What
went
you
on and
doing?
took a bite of the fruit too. I'm like, well, look at this.
just and that's what happened. Look, it's just like when you say, "Oh, you paying my Tico bill." That man paying yours and your husband Tico bill. So
Hello.
yeah, he ain't only feed Eve, he fed Adam too.
No,
How you doing?
That's not
I'm
even the
just
cold
saying.
part about it.
But they
Some
know
of them have
about
the
it.
man paying all the bills, and then they've taken the man's
Ooh,
money and using
yeah.
it on the next man.
It-
I'm like, that's death.
Oh
justified.
yes,
You ready for death?
your
now.
husband paying for somebody else's cell
You
phone
laying
bill.
down with the serpent itself.
Nah, is
I'm like, why
that
did
her
they do
being
that?
ratchet or her being gangster?
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm just
Straight both.
I'm just asking.
I think it's a little bit of both.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate around this piece. Is that her being the ratchet or is that her being trill?
I think
Look,
it's both.
get all our bills paid, boo.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. She got a little bit too much love to give.
She over there giving him the best that she got.
Hello.
Yes.
Best that I got.
But that's what we live with today. And that's why when you are single, you have to really be careful about who, because you look at their track record. You were with this woman and this is what she was doing and you knew it. Oh, no.
That part.
You 9 times out of 10 going to do the same thing to me.
Listen, I tell people you better do a background check like y'all was just getting a job at USA
that part.
or somewhere.
Yes.
They
That
get
part.
fingerprints.
You have to.
You better get
That
back
part.
with that thing. You don't never know. You gotta be
before we
careful
get
what
married,
you
let's
breathe
go
with
to
and
the clinic before we
everything
get married. Don't
Thank
wait till
you.
no
I
week
need the
after.
pink
I ain't
slip.
doing all that. No.
I need the pink slip.
No.
You know what your family history is.
That part.
Because your uncle might have been a cheater and it might
That
have rubbed
part.
off on you.
We can find out.
In the bloodline.
I know. Uncle a pimp,
You get it
granddaddy a
honest.
pimp, cousin a pimp, brother a pimp.
You get it honest, don't
Yes.
you?
Ain't no pimping, pimping.
Pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it. Like,
You ain't gonna do it over here though. I tell you that. I don't want it.
understand.
I don't want you. I don't want you no more.
Yes, 100%. Well, we did cover a lot of points on if it would be okay to stay with a cheating partner. And I think we all come to the same agreement. No.
No. What y'all think?
Now, if I'm not married to them and they cheat, I forgive you and I'll holler at you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not taking this off into my next life.
It depends on I think it just depends on the stage of the relationship as
Oh,
well.
Lord, there she goes.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say that too, like, cause like in my instance, I was married, so it was a little different, and it was a covenant before God. You know, we did counseling and everything, and He actually changed. Cause there's some that, cause you know, people make mistakes. Some people can change, and what He did was beforehand. So I guess it all depends. If it happens in the marriage, I don't know if that's something I could have stuck with, but because it happened beforehand, that was, you know, something I was willing to deal with.
That makes a lot of sense. I have to rethink that. Well, ladies, do you have anything else to add?
Let's see what the audience says.
What y'all think?